Welcome back, dear listener, to Coaching Hypnosis, to my wonderful community over in the United States. I've got a little something to help you reclaim your time this month. We talk so much about wellness and self-care, but you can't do that if you're stuck in a grocery aisle. That's why I've partnered with Instacart. If you're in the US and haven't tried it, you can get free delivery on your first 3 orders. It's a total game changer for getting your healthy essentials delivered right to your door in as fast as 30 minutes. You can also try using the promo code FSAHSA1035 at checkout for extra savings. To get those free deliveries, just click the link in my show notes. Using that link really helps support this show. So thank you so much for the love. Cheers. Today we're talking about the driver steamroller. Let's be radically, hilariously honest. You don't communicate, you broadcast. You walk into a meeting, drop a decision like a bomb, and then look confused when everyone else is shell-shocked. You call it efficiency. Everyone else calls it a hostage situation. Today, we're peeling back the mask on the driver's domination. We're exploring why your directness is actually a lack of emotional intelligence and why your speed is actually an avoidant coping mechanism to escape the awkwardness of actually having to listen to another human being. Your internal monologue is a masterpiece of global necessity. See if you recognize this steamroller script. The pace shield. I don't have time to massage Kevin's feelings. If he's too soft for the truth, he shouldn't be in this industry. I'm doing him a favor by being blunt. The decision ego. I already know the answer. Why are we still talking? I'll just interrupt them and finish their sentence so we can all go back to work. The real justification. People might hate me, but they can't argue with my P&L. My jerk behavior is subsidized by my success. The raw honesty. You are terrified of losing control. To your subconscious, collaboration feels like weakness. You use your style to trigger autonomic reactivity in others so they stop arguing with you. You've created an identification stable as the heavy hitter, but you're actually just a driver who's scared that if you slow down, people will realize you don't have a plan for the people side of the business. It's almost funny how we sabotage our culture in the name of results. You think you're being a decisive leader, but to the room, you look like a person having a sophisticated tantrum. You use directness as a blunt instrument because you lack the nuance to influence people without using fear. You've mistaken compliance for agreement. When your team goes silent, you think, great, they finally get it. No, they've just entered a state of freezing. You've triggered their survival brain and now you're paying 100% of their salary while only getting 20% of their creativity. You're effectively a king ruling over a graveyard of ideas, wondering why no one is innovating anymore. It's because they're too busy making sure they don't get flattened by your next efficient outburst. To stop the steamroller, we have to rewire your need for instant certainty. Reframing pause as power. We use hypnosis to show your subconscious that silence isn't a loss of control. It's a gathering of intelligence. Empathy installation. We shift your identification stable from the bulldozer to the architect. An architect doesn't smash through a site. They understand terrain. Autonomic softening. We anchor a state of high alert listening. We teach your nervous system to stay offline from the urge to interrupt, replacing the tantrum impulse with a curiosity to trigger. Today, let's try a dominance detox. 1. In your next meeting, when someone finishes a sentence, count to 3 before you speak. 2. Notice a physical itch to jump in. That's your ego's autonomic reactivity. 3. Take a breath, soften your jaw and ask, tell me more about that. 4. Notice how the room relaxes. Notice how the information quality goes up. You aren't losing speed. You're gaining precision. You can be fast and you can be effective without being a disaster for the people around you. It's time to trade your steamroller identity for a master influencer script. If you're ready to stop being the jerk who gets results and start being the leader who inspires scale, book your free 40-minute clarity call. Let's dismantle the Dominion script and install the executive presence you actually need to lead a high-performing team. Remember, aligned subconscious plus emotional intelligence equals sustainable power. Thank you for listening. Soften your grip. Listen to the room. Grow your impact. Mindfully yours, Julie.